Hi, it's Elder, and today I'm going to share with you my review of Card Designer, one of the most complex custom bricks for Blocs Free. Blocs is a visual website builder which lets you make beautiful websites without coding. And you don't need to install any stacks or plugins or widgets or anything. You can make a fully functional multi-page website in Blocs, but sometimes you want to have some unique capability, some unique functionality which is not available in Blocs. So this is why we have the Blocs store, which is the marketplace for free and paid custom extensions. And in Blocs, of course, they are called custom bricks. And I have already done a video on my top 5 free custom bricks for Blocs Free, and I'm going to leave the link to this video in the description, so if you haven't already, go watch this. Today I'm going to share with you one of the most advanced custom bricks you can find for Blocs. So Card Designer is the perfect extension for people who are using Blocs and want to have some unique, highly customizable cards on their website. I am personally using the image overlay custom brick on my Blocs templates website, which is kind of similar to Card Designer, but it is much simpler solution. So what I'm going to do now is to show you a quick demo of how we can use the Card Designer, and we will take a look at some of the options we get there. So let's open the Blocs app. This is the lawyer template from blocstemplates.com. And I have these simple cards. These ones I just designed myself using the default tools we have in Blocs, and they work fine. Actually, they have the hover effect, they have this border and the buttons. For many people this will be more than enough, but if you want some cool designs, something special, we can use Card Designer for that. So I will add the new block here, and let's make it the same size as below, like that. And let's add the Card Designer brick. And I already installed it on the computer, and it's very easy to install bricks. You just double click on them or open in Blocs and they will be installed. So I'm not going to show that in this video. Let's just open it, add it to our page, and as you can see that when we select it, we get lots of options in the sidebar. So we can set the default text so we can get the idea of how it will look. So I think this is fine, and we can change the layout, and we have about 8 or 10 layouts here. Poster is the default one. We also have poster 3D, Instagram, photogram, and others, hover card, and a few others. Yeah, let's try and use the, well, hover card looks fine, so let's try to use the hover card this time. And we can also select this control dimension. It will allow us to change the design and size of this. So by default it's set to be portrait. We can make it landscape, and we can make it full width. And at the moment column width is 4, so we can't really see any difference there. So let's make it bigger, full screen like this. And as you can see that now we can change the style. If we select the Card Designer and change the max width, you can see that now it changes together. So I will be using the portrait for this, and like I said, I'm going to use the width of 4, like that. So, and next I will just leave the size as it is. We can make it a little bit shorter, almost square. And then we will add image. Here let's add this image, for example, and we can also add another image. Let's make it this one. Let's just go to preview mode to see what we have already. And as you can see, we get this hover effect, this button text, and these 2 images which are changing automatically at the moment. So let's see what other things we can change here. So we have the images, we can change the alt text, which is good for SEO, of course. We can set how we want to crop them on the left, right, how we want to align these images. We can add some styles, And we can add the Ken Burns effect here. For example, we can make it a push. You can see that it is moving now. Or maybe pen, pull will be probably going the opposite direction. So let's use push, and then let's slide down here. We have the slideshow controls. These are these three dots on the top of the brick, and we can change the time autoplay. 3000 milliseconds will result in changing this image every 3 seconds. We can also change the position of the navigation of these dots, and I think that I can just hide them. I don't really want to see them here. And here we have the caption option, which allows us to change the text. So let's say that I want to make it about us. So learn, we can type it like this. And here we put the description, which is not visible now because I have selected the style hover board, I think. Yeah, hover card. So we can see it here, but if we go to preview mode and hover the mouse, we can see this description. Okay, let's go down here to see what other options we have. So the typography, we can change the design, and we can also change it depending on the screen size. So I will just use one size for everything. It looks fine for now. And we can change the colors, of course. We can change the fonts. I'm not going to do that. Maybe only making it bold will be fine for me. And we can change the position of the caption. Once again, I think that it is what I want, but we can make it in the center or in the top. So I will put it down there, and I will be using hover mode. We can change the label on the button. So right now we have this learn more. We can say read more, for example, and we can put the URL here. We can type the name of the page, so maybe about HTML will be fine for us. We can make the whole card clickable, not just the button. So I will check this because I think it's cool, and the button is too small in my opinion. And we can also have some other options. We don't have time to go over everything, but I think that I want to change this button to square, and let's make it solid like this, and let's make the label dark. And actually let's make this text capital letters as well. And we can also add the scroll to or modal here. So instead of going to the page, we can open the modal or scroll to some specific block on this page, but I'm going to just use the page about HTML, which we have here. So I will go back to the design we had before, like this. So let's go to preview mode to see what we have. So we have these two images, and on hover we get the text, description, and read more button. If we click it, we go to about page. So let's quickly duplicate this to add a couple more bricks, and I will change the design and images for these ones. So the second one I will be changing to, let's say we want to have this cool looking guy, and for the second image I will have this other guy. So yeah, now it looks much cooler, I think. And let's change some designs for that. So instead of hover card, we will be using poster, for example, and we will be using portrait. And let's change something. For example, we can change the radius, so we can make this card rounded. So let's make it super rounded, large, or even X large. We can also change the shadow. It was super large by default, so let's make it XL. We can also change the shadow mode, so only shadow on hover. And zoom looks fine as it is, so I will leave it like this. We can experiment a lot. As you can see, there are so many options. It is impossible to go through all of them in this video. For example, we can select this and change the background. At the moment it is set to dim. We can change it to some specific color, true blue,
or, well, actually dim looked fine, it's just the dim, but we can make it darker like this. We can change the colors of the text, we can change the border. So at the moment we don't have a border, but we can edit like this and change the color, of course. So I don't want to use any border here, so I will get rid of that. And yeah, I mean, you can see that we can experiment to get the look we want, and we can also just get rid of the description and don't use it at all, and maybe change it to clean cut, something like this. As you can see, we get some hover effect. Well, at the moment I have too much shadow, I think, but yeah, you get the idea that you can experiment to bring the design you want.
As you can see, Card Designer is very powerful brick for blocks, and if you spend some time going through each of the available options, styles and design layouts available, I'm sure you can find something you will like. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing, because I'm going to continue to publish videos like this, web design tutorials, tutorials for blocks and other web design solutions on a weekly basis. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'm always happy to help, so leave them in the comments below and I will reply to every single comment. So thanks for watching this video, and I will talk to you in the next one.